Hello, Joe from Magnolia Roofing and Remodeling. This is Joel from JND SEO, and I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can improve your website and beat your competition online. And I don't want to waste your time, Joe. I don't want to waste mine, so I'm actually going to try to make this as quick as possible. If at the end of the video you do want to hear more information or you have some questions, feel free to reach out. I'll answer those for you. If not, no big deal. I actually went ahead and put a bunch of free material in here, a bunch of free tips, strategies. If you guys work on the website yourself, you guys could directly apply it, or if you have someone that you work with already, you could even show it to them and it should help them out. All right, so the 3 subjects or topics we'll talk about today are content, citations, and backlinks. So let's start with content. I'm on your homepage now. I want to see about how many words of content you guys do have on your site. All right, so let's see. You guys probably have, I would say under about 400 words of content on your homepage. Google actually recommends having about 1,500 to 2,000 words of content. The reason that they want so much, I know that is a ton, is that the more content you have, the more information you're putting out there for other people to find. And they like that because you're offering education and it offers people something. And that's what Google really wants, because really it helps them as well, where people kind of are going to more likely to be coming in and looking for that information. I'm also going to show you Premier Roofing, because if we want to climb the rankings, why not look at the company who's doing it the best right now? So if we look at Premier and we look at their site, we can see they probably have about under 600 or around 600 words of content. So nowhere really near the 1,500 either. So that's one area definitely they can be beaten. And ideally, if you beat them in the 3 areas we talk about today, you'd be able to beat them online. The other reason, though, having a lot of content is important is that the more content you do have, the more keywords that you can put into that content. And these are what really get you found for new visitors to the site and bring in more customers. So if I was a new customer putting this in, 100 people search this every month, by the way. First thing I would find would be these ads. Second thing would be this map pack, also called a GMB or Google My Business. And this is actually going to bring us to our second topic, which is citations. Top 3 companies are going to show up here in this little preview window. These all show up based on citations. And that's just when you get your business name, phone number, and address all put into a directory site. These are sites like Home Advisor, Yelp, Yellow Pages, Better Business Bureau, just to name a few. After that, we're going to get to our organic section. We're going to get 10 results showing up for every page as long as there's enough results for it. This is true with anything you put into Google. Since we put in Roofing Columbia SC, a keyword, we can rank the results. So number 1 goes to Premier Roofing, 2 goes to Crescent Construction, and 3 goes to Bergen Roofing. Remember that there's 10 results per page. So next I took your website, Magnolia Roof SC. Or ssc.com, plugged it into a program called Ahrefs. This just allows me to kind of see how your site's performing currently. I can see you've got the headers on your page, which is a really good thing. This allows Google to find you a little easier. And then we're going to talk about some of the numbers. So let's talk about our third topic, backlinks. So we have 69 backlinks right now, and these are on 10 different websites. These websites, when people click on these links, it's going to redirect them back to your site. A perfect example would be like a Facebook business page. If you guys had one for Magnolia Roofing, that your Facebook business page would be your referring domain or website. And the link on it where you put your web address in, which would just be this, that link, that would be a backlink. When somebody clicks it, it's going to send them back to your site. The more sites you have pointing at yours, so for instance these 10, this is going to help Google increase their trust in you, right? These sites are vouching for you by pointing to you. So this number will get higher. This is your trust. And the higher this gets, the more keywords you can be found in searches for. So right now we're seeing you have about 28 keywords you can be found for. These bring in the visitors, but unfortunately we can see right now you guys are averaging 0 visitors per month. So let's just take a look at your keywords and see why that is. All right, first thing we see is your name, Magnolia Remodeling. 80 people do search you by name right now. You guys are in the 25th position. That's going to put you in the middle of page 3 because there's 10 results per page. Now, typically, if you want to be in the top 10, because as you can see, being on page 3, you're getting 0.07 of 1 visitor. So the reason why is because 80 to 85% of people will not go to page 2. They pretty much stay on page 1 and they just pick a service from there or a company from there. If you were ranked number 1 for any keyword, you would get 20 to 37% of the total volume. So that number decreases as you're pushed back. So at 25, you can see it's really small, and at 29, it's 0.01 for these. But you guys do have these are really good keywords. I would definitely look at the volume on these. I would recommend these. It's just that we got to rank you higher consistently on all of these, and then you'll start pulling in some really good volume and really good visitors to your site. If we do hop over to Premier Roofing, though, we can see they've got their headers as well. 265 referring domains pointing back to them. That's why they've got a 33 in trust. And over 2,000 links pointing back to their site. So the 33 trust here is going to allow them to be found for about 1,300 keywords, which is going to bring in about 600 visitors to their website. So let's click their keywords and just kind of see what they're doing here. All right, so I'm going to jump down to the second one because I really like this one. Roofing Columbia SC. It's 100 people search it. They're in the number 1 spot. That's going to give them 27 of the 100, so 27 of course. For Premier Roofing, their name, 150 people search it, so that means they know who they are. They're number 1 for that, so they're going to get 20 of 150. And then this is another good one, Roofing Companies, Columbia SC. 100 people search it. They're number 2. At number 2, they're going to get 15%. So they're going to gather 15 of those 100. The more of these, you can see a lot of they're in the top 10s here, mostly top 5 except for these 2. But these are both national terms, so I wouldn't recommend them as highly. But this volume really starts to add up, and that's why they have that kind of volume that they do. Typically, about 100 visitors to your site would equal about 20 to 30 actual phone calls in a month for you. So depending on what your closing ratios are, conservatively, that's probably 2 to 4 jobs per month. Now that you guys have all the info, though, you really have 3 options. If you're not looking to build your business, add any more visitors, or people add more jobs, you don't have to do anything with it, right? If you guys have someone you already use, or if you work on your site in-house, take these tips I gave you and strategies. You guys could apply them, and it would definitely help out. Number 3, if you guys don't have anyone working on your site, you really want to build, you want to expand the business, reach out. Obviously, I offer all of these services that I did talk about today. But if you have any questions, just want to hear a little more info, that's fine too. Give me a call. We can set up a 5-10 minute phone call. I will actually call you anyway just to ask for some follow-up. I just wanted to see what you guys thought of the video and if you found it helpful. Thank you very much. Have a great day.